might have converted me here. This might be a new way of me, me making egg mayonnaise. Welcome back to our sandwich battles. Today we are doing Battle of the Mayonnaise sandwiches. I am going to be doing a tuna mayonnaise sandwich, but I'm going to be turning it into the classic tuna melt.
And I am doing next level egg mayo, which is going to be the best egg mayo sandwich you've ever tried.
Quick disclaimer.
Yep.
One of my first ever jobs when I was a chef was working in the Rolling Stones equivalent of the Hard Rock Cafe.
Okay.
And on the menu they had a tuna melt. So I have made a few of these in my time.
Okay.
So I like to think I'm quite proficient at it. So this is how I would go about a tuna melt. Rather than cutting our bread this way, we would use a salami slicer or one of those ham slices, and we would cut our bread long ways.
Nice.
And so I'm going to do that. So the first thing I need to do, I don't have a ham slicer, is to slice my loaf of bread lengthways.
And you've gone for a nice granary style?
I've gone for a lovely granary style seeded loaf. There's something about the seeds with this that I really, really like.
The bread can make or break the sandwich,
it can.
And I think this is the perfect choice for a tuna melt.
Thank you very much.
Nice bit of texture from the seeds, bit of crunch.
Good of you to agree.
Well, whilst you make your way through the loaf, I'm going to start peeling my eggs for my egg mayo sandwich.
Yep.
Now, I've pre-boiled these for about 7.5 minutes, and then I've taken them out of the boiling water and plunged them straight into cold water.
Nice.
So that's 7.5 minutes from the cupboard, not from the fridge.
Yeah. So from the fridge, you add an extra minute?
Yeah, add an extra minute. What I'm trying to achieve with an egg mayo sandwich, though, is a nice kind of jammy middle. I don't want that kind of chalky yolk in the middle. I want something nice and unctuous and jammy to just add a bit of kind of velvety, smooth texture to the egg mayo mixture.
Here I've got some really good quality sustainable tuna. I've got 2 tins of tuna here. It was in sunflower oil. I've drained it. Nice. I'm going to add lots of crunch with it, and this is the way we used to do it. I'm going to add celery, which adds a nice bit of crunch to it. It adds a little bit of flavour to it. I'm going to finely chop the celery, some finely chopped red onion, lots of mayonnaise, salt, bit of lemon juice, and a pinch of cayenne pepper.
Nice.
Yeah. But first I need to, so you were talking before about whether or not bread should be toasted. Obviously this is a tuna melt, so I need to toast my bread for this. Yeah. So I'm going to pop that under the grill.
Great.
What's the secret to your egg mayonnaise?
So I'm going to put a little bit of a spin on my egg mayo, and I'm going to go down like a sauce grabiche kind of route, because it's asparagus season at the moment, so that sauce grabiche is often served with asparagus, and that kind of got me thinking that would make a delicious sandwich filling.
Yeah.
So it would be a bit chunkier than a sauce grabiche, but a sauce grabiche is essentially a bit like a tartar sauce, but with chopped boiled eggs through it.
Nice.
So you've got some cornichons, some capers, a bit of mustard, some nice fragrant herbs. So I'm using tarragon and chives.
Lovely.
You could chuck some parsley in there if you want, a bit of dill.
And is this a mix you could make and keep in the fridge, or are you all about?
Absolutely.
But you don't think that egg mayonnaise is nicer at room temp?
Well, yeah, I do actually. I think when you make it fresh, it is really delicious, and when the eggs are almost a little bit warm still, so you get that nice fudginess from the egg that I was talking about. But my husband loves egg mayo sandwiches, so we make up a batch of this on a Monday, and he'll have it for lunch, most days through the week. Yeah. And it lasts really well. It's a good kind of batch cook, get ahead thing to do. And I'm going to serve it on brioche as well. So a nice sliced brioche loaf. Rich. And it's just got that lovely, rich, buttery sweetness, which I think pairs really well with eggs. So this is kind of a fancy version of an egg mayo sandwich.
So in here, I've got probably like 2 sticks of celery, half a red onion, very finely chopped, some salt. It doesn't need much salt. Big pinch of cayenne pepper. I think cayenne's a spice that we used to use quite a lot. We don't use a lot. I always use cayenne whenever I'm working with anything like this. I think it's a really nice way of seasoning things, especially with things like cheese sauces.
So these eggs are absolutely gorgeous. The yolks are set all the way through, but they've still got that lovely kind of fudginess that we talked about. And I'm just going to chunk them up so you've got some nice bits of texture in there. Look at those gorgeous yolks.
That's beautiful. So to this, I'm going to add a squeeze of lemon. So you want juice of about 1/4 of a lemon.
Right, so to my chopped egg, I'm going to just really finely chop some cornichons, little mini gherkins.
So while you're chopping those, I'm going to add my mayonnaise. To this, I want about 4 tablespoons of Hellmann's real mayonnaise. Just want to mix it all together. Now, I don't want to beat the life out of the tuna. I still like there to be a little bit of texture to it. That really is all there is to my tuna mix. You've got the crunch from that celery. You've got the red onion, pepperiness from the cayenne. And there are 2 ways of doing this. Sometimes I just put my cheese on the bread and I melt the cheese on one slice. But actually, this is fridge cold, so I want to heat that a little bit. So I'm going to cheese over the tuna.
Nice. So whilst you've been mixing up there, I've just added the chopped capers and cornichons to the egg mixture, and then gone in with some chives and really finely chopped tarragon.
Nice.
Tarragon's quite a punchy flavour. It can be quite overpowering, so you just want a little touch in there.
Well, I'm not going to go too thick. And then here, rather than going like big cheddar, bitey cheese, I've got a Swiss cheese because it's milder and it's really nice to melt.
So now I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of Hellmann's real mayonnaise to the mixture. One more ingredient to add to mine, just a spoonful of Dijon mustard for a bit of kick, and then plenty of salt and pepper, and I'm almost ready to go.
Right then, so whilst you're doing that, mine is going to go under the grill.
Okay, whilst you're cooking, I'm going to toast up my bread. Griddling my brioche bread. And we'll mix this lovely egg mayo together. Now, I haven't been too heavy with the mayo because I want the lovely jamminess of the yolks to help bind.
You might have converted me here. As I say, this might be a new way of me making egg mayonnaise. So I've always just done it on autopilot and just grated it.
I'm always happy if I've converted you, Barney, then I must be doing a good job.
Old dog new tricks. You see the cheese is all melted. And honestly, there's not much left to do for mine.
That looks good, Barney.
Top it.
Squidge it.
Squidge it a little bit.
That looks very good. Right, so I'm going to fill my toasted brioche now, and I'm going to be quite generous.
Nice.
Load it up with that gorgeous golden egg mayo.
That is beautiful.
And then I've got one final little touch.
Yeah.
Which is some crispy onions.
Oh, nice.
Because I think that kind of oniony allium taste just goes so nicely with eggs.
With the chives and works with everything else.
The chives and adds a little bit of crunch.
Yeah.
So there we go. Pop that baby on top.
Nice. So there's your egg. There's mine. I'm going to cut mine at a jaunty angle.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try not to squidge this too much as I cut.
Can you see that?
Oh, that looks good.
Thank you very much.
And delicious. There is my ultimate brioche.
Oh, look at that.
Egg mayo.
2 beautiful cross sections. Definitely next level egg.
Yeah.
Definitely next level tuna melt.
I think so. Should we call in the judges?
We can do.
We need the judges. Let's go.
Right, taste testing.
Taste test time. So we've got...
In the red corner, we have what I think is the best tuna melt you're ever going to taste. It is really good tuna fish. It's got red onion in it, it's got a crunch of celery, it's got a little bit of cayenne, it's got a squeeze of lemon, it's been melted with Swiss cheese, and it's on granary sourdough.
And in the blue corner, we have next level egg mayo. So it's kind of inspired by sauce gribiche, which has a bit of cornichon through there, some capers, a little bit of tarragon, some chives. It's on brioche bread. And then you've got a little crunch from some crispy onions as well.
Right.
So please tuck in.
We could eat the sandwiches.
No, it's down to you. We might influence you. It's got a good crunch. I think you should call it tuna crunch melt.
Tuna crunch melt?
Yeah.
How are we feeling?
I took too big a mouthful. That was incredible.
Oh, good. That's what I like to hear.
You're going to have to do well to beat that.
Uh-oh, I'm nervous.
I'm coming back.
Coming
Oh,
back.
no, don't touch it.
Fine.
Ooh, it's very colourful.
It is.
Good eggs.
Good eggs, so pretty.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, that is really good. Yeah, I mean, that is the best egg mayo I've ever had. So much egg
Emma!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But if you had to choose, and you need to point at it.
Yeah, after 3,
If you
okay,
had
point
to
to your
choose one over
favourite.
the other.
So 3, 2, 1. Oh!
Hey, there we go.
Very sorry.
Okay, I'll take it. That's a good tuna melt, Barney.
But that is a very good egg mayo as well.
Thanks, guys.
That's very good.
Thanks.
Guys, thank you ever so much for watching. If you've got any comments, please leave them below. If you don't subscribe already, please hit subscribe and you can watch lots more of our videos. Thank you very much.